Alright, boys and girls, today we're on lesson 8.1, equal parts of a whole, on page 443. We are starting fractions. How cool is that? Now, fractions can sound a little scary, but trust me, no big deal. You're going to do great. Our first lesson today is equal parts of a whole. And as always, we'll start with unlock the problem. Alright, let's get started. It says Lauren shares a sandwich with her brother. They each get an equal part. That's an important thing to remember with fractions. Whenever we're talking about fractions, they come in equal parts. And the question then is, how many equal parts are there? So, let's scoot over here to this green box. What do you need to find? And we're used to this by now. We can just circle the question. How many equal parts are there? And draw the arrow over there. Second part of that is how many people share the sandwich. And it says at the first sentence, Lauren shares a sandwich with her brother. So that is 2 people will share the sandwich. Alright, let's continue into our next paragraph here. It says each whole shape below is divided into equal parts. A whole is all of the parts of one shape or group. Equal parts are exactly the same size. So this square right here has 2 halves, so the whole has 2 halves. The next shape is divided into thirds. The whole shape has 3 thirds. 1, 2, and 3 of them. And then over here we have it divided into 4 parts. So the whole has 4 fourths, which is what this says, 4 fourths. If it's divided into 6 equal parts, it's divided into sixths. So the whole shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 sixths. And finally the last one is divided into 8 equal parts, so that is called eighths. And to get the whole shape then, we have 8 of them. 8 eighths. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eighths make one whole. Lauren's sandwich is divided into halves. So there are blank equal parts. If we look back up here, halves, how many equal parts are there? There are 2. Alright, next part says to draw a picture to show a different way Lauren's sandwich could have been divided into halves. Okay, so again, we need our rectangle or our square sandwich. And how can we divide that into halves? We can divide it like this. Okay, and ideally both of these should be the same size, but we're close enough. Alright, I can also divide it this way in half, right? Alright, now I'm going to draw one more, and you should think to yourself why this is not divided into halves. Like that. That's not divided into halves because the 2 parts are not the same size. They are not equal. And that's a really important part of fractions. They need to be equal parts. Let's go to page 444 and try this section. And this is one area now. If you're feeling comfortable to go ahead and pause the video, then do it on your own. Resume the video to check your own work. Alright, it says, try this. Write whether the shape is divided into equal parts or unequal parts. It's always really important to read the directions so you know exactly what's expected of you. So here we have 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all the same size, so they are equal parts. 4 equal parts. They are fourths. This next shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. They are all the same size, so they are 6 equal parts. Sixths. And C, we have 1, 2 parts. They are not equal parts, though they are unequal. Unequal. And these are not halves because they are not equal parts. They are not halves because they are not equal parts. And then we have right here Error alert. Be sure the parts are equal in size. Equal in size, oh, sorry about that. Equal in size like our green example, not the red example. Let's look at share and show. Okay. Make sure when you're working on share and show today, again, I apologize. My iPad's a little touchy. Make sure you read the directions very carefully of what they want you to do for each section, okay? Do problems 1 through 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Have it checked. If everything looks good, we'll send you on to the assignment. Okay? That's it for the introduction into fractions, making sure we have equal parts. Boys and girls, do your best, and as always, this is Mr. P, and I am out.